What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today I want to talk about gas prices again. So we're seeing gas prices start to increase, and this is anticipated because summer is here pretty much, and people are going to start going on vacation, and that's generally when we see gas prices go up. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. We're going to talk about gas rebates, the possibility that maybe the federal government will step in and do something when it comes to some type of a gas rebate. So that's what we're going to discuss today. But first off, on this channel, we talk about retirement. We talk about Social Security. We also talk about what's going on in Washington, D.C. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so first off, I want to say thank you. The last couple of weeks, I've been asking you guys to subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed already. And now I'm seeing a huge influx of new subscribers to the channel. So thank you guys very much for doing that. And if you have not subscribed, please do go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell notification. I'm just finding that the more subscribers I get, the more views I get. YouTube kind of looks at it like if you're getting more subscribers, then they'll start promoting you out to even more people. And so that's what I've been learning just through this whole YouTube journey. And I also want to say thank you because I've been putting out different type content in the last couple of weeks, and I really appreciate all the support. And you guys have come in and let me know that you like the content and to continue doing that. And what I would like to do ultimately with this channel is I want to talk about retirement. I want to talk about Social Security. I want to talk about the financial news to get you to a place where you can retire early. And you guys have been very, very supportive of that. And another thing that I want to do is I want to just have videos where I can just talk. So it's all commentary. So we might pick up a different topic and I'm just going to talk about that and then look for your feedback in the comments and then reply to those comments. So that's what I would like to do. And when I was on my trip, I was able to respond to some of the comments and I like doing that. I like the interaction, the back and forth. And so I'm going to continue doing that as well. So make sure comment down below. If you have a comment, if you have a question, if you have something that you want to say, let me know in the comment section. That way I can take a look at some of the different things that you guys are talking about and I can talk about it in future videos because this whole YouTube thing would not be possible without you guys. So I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know how you feel about certain things and then we can talk about it together. Okay, so now let's talk about gasoline nationwide, and we are seeing increases, and let me show you here. This is a AAA that we're looking at here. And they do a pretty good job of letting us know what the average price of gas is in the U.S. Okay, so we see the average price up here in the corner. It's $4.41. So that's what we're looking at. You round it up, it's $4.42 basically is what we're paying at the pump on average. Okay, now in California, it's a little bit higher than that. The last time I went to get gas was a couple of days ago, and I think it was like $5.60 something. Is what I was paying in my area in Southern California. Now you see the red here. This is the states where gas is the highest, and then you have some of the other areas here, and you can kind of see they break down the averages here. So in California, all these states here, all these western states, it's between $5.85 and $4.65. So that's kind of the breakdown there. And so then you see some of the areas where gas is not as expensive. Okay, Texas, Oklahoma. So you have some states where gas is not that expensive. I mean, it's expensive, but compared to some of the other states, it's not as bad. Now, moving down here, let's look at this is very important for us to focus on because let's look at the current average. We already talked about $4.41 or $4.42. But then when you start looking at the yesterday's average, $4.40. A week ago was $4.24. So you see an increase of what, about almost 20 cents increase from last week. So you see it moving in that direction where it's going higher and higher. A month ago it was $4.09, and then last year it was $3. Okay, so last year was $3 on average. So we're definitely looking at a point now where gas is not moving in the direction that we want it to move in. And I was reading an article today, and that article was the LA Times, and they were talking about California. California was talking about this gas rebate, $400 per vehicle, 2 vehicle max. And so people could be receiving $800. But now they're talking about this rebate might not hit people's bank accounts until late summer. And that is because in California right now, they're going back and forth on how to deliver these rebates. And so people can't wait that long. They really can't. And so let's hope that California can figure things out. But let's also hope that the federal government can figure things out, because right now we're seeing states try to implement these gas rebates and stimulus checks for gas, but we're not hearing anything from the federal government. Okay, the federal government is pretty much, they talked about it for a minute. They talked about some type of a voucher, then they took that off the table. Then they talked about gas rebates, and now we're not hearing anything about gas rebates. But what they are doing is they're opening up the reserves, and they're trying to do different things to lower gas prices, but this is only temporary, and it's only going to be a small, maybe 20 cents at most when it comes to a reduction if you do away with gas tax and things like that. So what we really want to see is we want to see if the federal government will step up and do some type of a stimulus check for gas. Now that also is only temporary, because if you give someone money for gas, then they'll go ahead and spend that money on gas. But then once that money's gone, the gas prices will stay where they are. So obviously there's some other things that need to happen when it comes to gas and the price of gas in the U.S. And we're also seeing because of travel and because of the high cost of gas and the high cost of oil in general, we're seeing that travel is more expensive. Okay, and I'm in the process of booking another flight because I'm going to be flying back out to Colombia in a couple of months, and I'm noticing I use points generally when I fly, but I'm noticing the availability is not there. Okay, they don't have the same availability as they usually do to book flights, and a part of that is because of a lot of people are traveling or want to travel, and then also because of oil prices. Okay, so what airlines will do is they won't fly as many planes. They will ground more planes, and the reason that they do that is because it just costs too much, right? And they're not making a good enough profit on it, so they don't have as many planes in the air. And so because that's the case right now, I'm looking at, okay, I'm going to have to be very, very flexible. And I was actually looking at a situation where I might have to fly to another country and stay in that country for maybe 2 or 3 days or maybe even a week, and then fly to my final destination. Because it just makes more sense. It's either do that or sit in an airport for 16 hours on a layover. So instead of doing a layover, I can do what's called a stopover, and a stopover I can stay there for as long as I want and then catch another flight to my final destination. So basically what I'm saying is, and I'll go more into this in a future video when I talk about travel, but just so you guys understand kind of where I'm coming from. Let's say you have 2 stops. So you're flying a destination, you have 2 stops. Or let's make it easy. Let's say you have 1 stop. And if I fly, let's say I'm flying from the US to Guatemala, that's the first stop. And I have to do that stop because the way that I'm booking my flight, I'm booking it with points. And generally when you're booking with points, you have to be pretty flexible with your flight plans. You can't just have a direct flight. And so anyway, I fly to Guatemala. But then my flight in Guatemala, I have a long layover. Let's say it's a 16 hours or a 10-hour layover. So that means I have to sit in the airport for 10 hours or 16 hours. Or if I want, I can go ahead and leave the airport and go drive around and go maybe eat and stuff like that in that town or in that country. So that is an option. But another option, instead of doing a layover, I can do what's called a stopover. If I do a stopover, I can stay in that country for as long as I want, as long as the visa will allow me. And then when I'm ready, I can go right back to the airport and then catch that flight to my final destination. So that's what a stopover is. And I highly recommend if you especially if you're in a situation where you want to travel, stopovers are good because they allow you to go to 2 different countries or 2 different places. And it's still one. They consider it just one booking, right? I'm just booking a flight, but instead of doing a layover, I'm doing a stopover. So I'm not paying anything extra, but I'm allowed to stay in the country for a little longer. Okay, I know I'm going on and on. I really love travel. Okay, so when I start talking about travel, I kind of lose it and focus on that. But let's get back to the issue here, the issue with gas, and that's That's what we're going to be facing right now. And that means the cost of everything will continue to rise. Okay. We just saw the CPI numbers yesterday. They look promising in the sense that it looks like we've leveled off. Let's hope that because gas prices, once they start going up even higher, that means that the price of everything goes up. And so we might see, and the hope is that we've hit the top and we're starting to come down when it comes to the CPI numbers. However, if we do see gas prices go up, that could mean the price of products will go up. And then that could mean the May numbers, the CPI numbers might look bad as well. Or might start going back up, which we're hoping it doesn't. Okay, now if you guys are asking about CPI, check out my video I posted yesterday. I talk about that and why this is important when it comes to the overall big picture. So go ahead and check that video out. I'll post a link at the end of this video. Actually, I'll post a link right now so you can see it there. All right, now if you guys have any questions, like I said, please, in the comment section, let me know. If you have questions, if you have a statement that you want to make, let me know in the comment section below, and I will do future videos, and I will focus those videos on some of the questions that you guys ask. So that's all I have for this video. Please hit the like button on your way out. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.